Om Namah Shivaya, welcome everybody. So very happy to continue the series of workshops with Swamini Svatmavidyananda Saraswati ji. And we'll just start with the invocation with the Dhyana Shloka. Gajananam bhutaganadi sevitam kapita jambo phalasaravakshitam umasutam shoka vinashakaranam namami vigneshvara pada pankajam shadananam kumkumaraktavaranam mahamatim divyamayoravanam rudrasya sunam sturasainanatam guham sadaham sharanam prapadye ya kundandu tushararadvala ya shubhravastra ya vina varadenda mandita kara ya shveta padmasana ya brahmachuta shankara prabhitivir devai sada pujita samampatu saraswati bhagavati nisheshwadyapaha. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchitananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Shri Shivanandaya Te Namaha Shri Vishnudevanandaya Te Namaha. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvate Sadike Sharanye Trambake Gauri Narayani Namostute Narayani Namostute. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Saviryankara Vavae Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Om Bolo Satguru Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Bolo Swami Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. So let's warmly welcome Swamini ji.
Magic touch. Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate. Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrin karane. Mudhajahihi dhanarjana trishnam. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnam. Yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. Mudhajahihi dhanarjana trishnam. Kuru sadbuddhim manasi vitrishnaam yallabhase nija karmopatam vittam tena vinodaya chittam. After the grammarian was chastised, when just yesterday, then we move on to another piece of advice here. And as I said, it has sarcastic undertones, even overtones for that matter. Moodha, hey moodha, oh you deluded one. Not a nice way to address the readers, you know. Yeah. Rather condescending and rather, what's the word for it? Insulting even. But still, that doesn't detract from the fact that it happens to be true. That if anybody is indulging in these kinds of activities that we are about to look at, there is a certain delusion operating. So maybe the text tells it like it is. We don't know. Hey moodha, O ye deluded one. Jahi means give up. Give up what? Yeah, this is all about giving up many things. And the fear of giving up is what keeps people away from the ashrams, because they don't want to give up anything better or go there. Because once you go to such places, they kind of either make you give up or turn you upside down and shake you out till you give up everything. So, here, what is to give up? Dhanarjana trishnam jahi. Give up the thirst. Trishna is thirst, the longing for making lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of money. Yes. Give up the thirst for making so much money, and I want to grow this money, and then I want to grow the money even more, and then this is what you please just let go. Moodha jahihi. Jahihi means, just let go, give up. Give up, why should I give up the thirst for making lots of money? Because it is a trap. Why is it a trap? It's a trap because money is a very funny thing. It's the only thing in the universe that needs to be protected from itself. Think about it. Yeah. It needs to be protected from itself. And all other things need to be protected from predators. Money is its own predator. Except it's not called predator, it's called what? Inflation. That is the enemy. So no matter how much you have, you cannot account for inflation. What is a good retirement plan? My guru always used to say the best retirement plan is to become a sannyasi. Why? Why is that the best retirement plan, to become a sannyasi? It's the best retirement plan because you spend your whole life growing out of wanting lots and lots of things. You grow out of wanting lots and lots of things. So then by the time you are ready for sannyasa, then you just enjoy your life no matter what you have or what you don't have. And then you don't have to worry about having a lot of means. So this is what is called dhanarjana trishna. It's not about making ends meet. We are not talking of making ends meet. We are not talking of trying to keep some aside for savings. We are not talking about um, having some money for the children to go to college or what have you, or having some money for old age, whatever it is. We are talking of an insatiable greed. That is the person who is being called, "Oh, you deluded one." So basically, we need not feel insulted because the present company is excluded. So it is people who do not have a sense of moderation and who are mad after money. Money is what makes them completely mad and drives every single waking moment and energy of their time. So therefore, the person is told, Dhanarjana Trishnam Jahihi. The desire, not even the desire, the terrible longing, the insatiable longing of making more and 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 some more and some more and some more money, please give up. And then Kuru Sad Buddhim, and turn your buddhi around. Right now your thinking is occluded. And why is your thinking occluded? Your thinking is occluded because you're not clear about the priorities in life. If sitting on a rock by the riverside and rocking back and forth and chanting the grammar table is again off base, always being totally obsessed about money is also equally off base. Because this life is short. Find out the meaning of this life. And find out the meaning of this life and live happily. Live happily, and the best way of living happily is by not needing too much. Not needing too much and not trying to have, not trying to sort of be so obsessed about one particular thing, whether it's money or some other thing, that to the exclusion of just knowing oneself, being oneself, discovering oneself. This is what the idea is. Kuru Sadbuddhim. Make your buddhi into that. Turn around the intellect. Turn around your priorities. So that you're not all the time worried about how can you afford certain things one has got addicted to, for that, for example. So, be having things in moderation. And then, Manasi Vitrishnam. So this, with regard to this longing in the mind, address the longing in the mind. How do you address a longing? Dear longing, how are you today? Is that how you address it? Basically. How do you address the longing? Because the longing is not really the longing for whatever you're longing for. The longing is a displaced, misplaced longing. So any longing that you have is usually for a sense of belonging. That's really what it is. But since that sense of belonging with people, with situation, with things is not there, it turns and projects and spins off into various longings. For some people it is money, for some people it is some other addiction, for some people it's food, for some people it is whatever it is. Different things are there. And so this is the longing. And this longing is not really a longing on its own. This longing has just come along for the ride. It is a displaced longing, and the original longing is to have a sense of belonging with the whole, with Ishvara, with the Lord, and to have a sense of oneness and contentment. In fact, that is the only longing to be addressed. All other longings are just spin-offs of this longing. This is the original longing. The longing is to be free from having longings. That is the only longing. However, you can put it in many different ways. If we think about it deeply, we will see the truth of this. The only desire is to stop seeking. This relentless seeking all the time makes one go totally and completely crazy. And so the stopping the seeking is the real longing. So instead of addressing each and every small, big longings, money of course is a big part of that, why not I try to look at what this longing represents? Have a conversation with the longing. Have a conversation with the addiction. Whether the addiction is a person, a difficult relationship, or the addiction is a thing, or the addiction is an obsession with something or the other, whatever it is. When we look deeply into the nature of this longing, it will talk to us. It will talk to us what is it that one really wants. What is it that one really wants? And so that sometimes is difficult to address, seeing as there are layers and layers and layers of, what can we call it, occlusion. Strong preferences and the presence of strong prejudices makes this task of finding out what is it that I really want very, very elusive, extremely elusive. And therefore, some time is needed to allow that the truth to come forward, to open up. So this is an important thing. And then the verse concludes with the following following advice. Yat labhase, whatever you get, nija karmopatam, doing your duty in the world, whatever remuneration you get, chittam tena vinodaya. Chittam means your heart. Gladden your heart with whatever you get, doing your duty. Everybody has a job. Whatever job you have, you do it properly, you do it faithfully, you do it prayerfully, and then whatever remuneration is given as a result, learn to live happily within the means. This is a very important, beautiful thing. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is expressed slightly differently. Yadrichha labha santushtaha. Yadrichha means whatever one gets by chance, without planning on it. I'm not planning on it, it just comes into my lap. And it could be anything. It could be so many things. It could be something in kind. It could be a kind word that somebody has spoken. It could be that a new friend was made just by chance. You met somebody here and then you clicked with them on the same wavelength. And so somehow by chance you just found this, and then one is very happy with that because one never expected it. So the unexpected treat is always much better than a planned treat. The planned treat is of course nice, but the unexpected one is of course much, much tastier, much, much nicer, much, because we are not anticipating it, we are not waiting for it, because when you anticipate something, the anticipation has a bigger hype than the reality, and so there is always disappointment. But if I lead my life learning to be surprised pleasantly with whatever there is, then the quality of my life becomes much lighter. The quality of my life becomes much more fuller, much more satiated, much more, what is the word for it, contented. I'm much more compassionate as a result. The more contented I am, the more compassionate I can be. Contentment is an inward state. compassion is expressed in acts and ways of being with the external world. And so here, yat labhase nija karmopatam. So whatever your own swadharma, swakarma is in life, so many jobs one has, and whatever comes, learn to live with it happily. It's like that story which I'm sure many of you know of this big CEO. We can relocate the story wherever we want. We'll say the big shot CEO comes to the Bahamas for a vacation. Yeah, just down the beach that way, okay? And then he's sitting on the beach, meets one fisherman. What do you do? Because he's bored. The CEO is bored. He's just looking around and sees this man going home. What do you do? I fish for a living. What? It's only 11 o'clock. You're going home now? Yeah. Why? Because I have enough fish for my family and some to sell, and I'm happy. No need for anything more. Oh, you're wasting your whole life. This is another modern Panditji. Yeah. Stock market Pandit. And so he says, you're wasting your life. Why? Because I can make you have a business plan. What is a business plan? He doesn't even know what is a business plan. The only business plan he knows is the Sunday market where he'll go sell the fish and then, he'll make money, go home. That's all he knows. No, you lack a proper business plan. I'm going to tell you a very good business plan. What is that? No, you should catch much more fish. You should work till 8 o'clock at night. What? Why? So that you'll have lots of fish, but they'll go bad. See, that's the problem. You don't think outside the box. So there is such a thing called canning. You can can the fish, you can freeze the fish. Can the fish? Freeze the fish? Why would I want to do that? So that you can export it to various places all over the world. Why would I want to do that? So that you can become rich. Why would I want to do that? So you can be like me sitting on the beach. And he says, I'm already sitting on the beach. Without going this whole rigmarole, I'm already sitting on the beach. I'm already enjoying. It's like you can have your food in two ways. You can eat it straight away like this, or you can bring it around and go like this. So therefore, it's all about simplicity. That is the city in which we all want to live. Yeah. There is something beautiful about it. The outer simplicity reflects often the heart which really is craving for a very simple life. Simple life, simple thoughts, simple activities. We have over the years made our lives extremely complicated. It's scary to think of how many things we have to do. Like I was told, it was still 2024, okay? So because we have just entered 2025. So in late 2024, I was told by the people who, plan the programs here, you should give your dates for 2026. I said, what? It's not even 2025. No, you should give your dates for 2026. Because we want to put everything there, we have to plan it. This is how life is. Everybody has to do this. So which dates are good for you? I said, any date is good because I'm not doing anything in 2026 right now. Well, now I am. But but until they came and talked to me, I wasn't doing anything in 2026. So like this, we are forced. We have made it to ourselves. We have done this to ourselves, really. We have forced ourselves to have extremely complex lives, which is getting out of hand We certainly can't remember what we have to do. And then that's why we have this phone called smartphone, because all our smartness we have given to the phone. We have just given it. One time I wanted to get to know this person and have their number. So I asked the person, what is your phone number? Please give me your phone number. I don't know my phone number. I have to look inside the phone and give it to you. I forgot. And so this is the state of being. It's an utterly crazy life. It's a life that has actually run away from us. And we are running behind. Life is over there somewhere running. We are running behind doing what? Catching up. Are you successful in catching up? No, we are forever behind. And so what should I do? Be apologetically behind. Yes, that's all it is. And it is possible even in this crazy time, in these crazy, crazy days, to have a simple life. But then in the West, we do everything all or nothing. We have an all or nothing thinking. A new kind of a lifestyle has risen up called minimalism, minimalistic living. Lots of videos are there on this minimalistic living lifestyle. There is a room, it has nothing. and they take a video of this room, the person. This is my life, this is my house. Where do you sleep? Well, there is one little attic or something, and there is a mat on that, I sleep on that. We don't have to go to that length. The heart is what needs to be simple. The heart is what needs to be free of clutter. And not having too much going on in the head helps, and not having too much going on around also helps, because there is a kind of a continuum between the inner and the outer. Each thing reflects one another. So it's what we are wanting what this verse is hinting at is a kind of a contentment that comes out of pursuing a simple life, not complicating it too much. Always having places to go, people to see, things to do, constantly rush, 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 run, run, run. And then what, Nothing. Nothing is gained from that. But on the contrary, if I simplify the life, like that fisher person, there is more time to just enjoy, to be. We have forgotten how to be. I have forgotten how to be just a being. We have forgotten how to just look at small things and smile and laugh and let our hearts be transformed. Let our hearts sing in gratitude for these small things which bless us every day in so many ways. That is the thing, that is the gist of this verse. That is where to come, to arrive at that place of simplicity, which is also a place of objectivity, called Vairagya in Sanskrit. It is a place of objectivity because the most direct explanations of why things occur in life, the simplest explanation is the one that works, including people's motives. Somebody doesn't smile at somebody else. And what does the first somebody thinks? Oh, this person must hate me. I always suspected this. Something is very wrong. This person is always like this. Why did I become friends with them? I should not have become friends with them. And now I'm going to make a mental note. Never call them again. And then what? But then the heart doesn't sit still because this was your friend. You have just written off your friend. So then you decide to give them one last chance. You say, I saw you walking on the beach. You did not even say hello. You did not even smile. Oh, you were walking on the beach, says the friend. Yes, I was. When? At this time. Yes, I was walking too. Yes, I know. But you didn't even acknowledge me. Well, I forgot my glasses in the room. Yes, that is the explanation. I did not acknowledge you. Why? Because I did not see you. But where has the mind of the friend gone? Oh, this person is always like that. This person never ever liked me at all to begin with. This is what I'm saying. The simplification of the life, the simplification of the thoughts, the simplification also of our possessions. And it's very, very nice to just let it go, to share, to just, if you have 2 of one thing, okay, maybe you need 2. And if you have 4 of one thing, give 1 or 2 things away. Consider giving it. No, I can't give it. Okay, put it in a box and put it under the bed or in an attic. Don't look at it for 6 months. All the things in your house, look and just put most of the things you don't need in a box. I won't be so harsh to say, throw it away. No, don't throw it away. Put it in an attic, put it in a box, put it under the bed. And if you haven't thought about it in 6 months, then you can throw it away. That means you won't need it. That's verse number 2 of Bhaja Govindam. Now the segue into what? Q and A. You Q, I A. You are going to inaugurate the questions. Good.
Good morning. Thank you. Very inspiring. I'd like to follow up on on that verse about wealth. I see this is related with the yamas, aparigraha.
Aparigraha, yes.
Aparigraha.
Yeah, not hoarding.
Not holding.
Yes.
So there are people that do have a lot of wealth. But you were saying now it is in the heart. You were making a distinction.
Yes.
Because I think what I heard is, if you have, let's say there are people that have a lot of wealth, but they go and share.
Yes.
They
Yes.
It is an attitude that has to do with the heart.
Yes.
And not purely materialistic.
Yes,
is this
it's the spirit of it. So, for example, I can say it's all about, see, there is a difference between ownership and possession. Ownership is an objective way to look at things, because many things you can own. The car could be in your name, the house could be in your name, so many things, stocks and bonds, all these things could be in your name. That's an objective fact. But what is your relationship to those things? That is a subjective fact. And so the subjective one is called a sense of possession. Here the pun is intended. Are you possessing it or does it possess you? A sense of possession with regard to the belongings. That is what we are talking of. That is problematic. It's not about what you have. You may have many things. But where is this sense of possession? That is what you try to simplify. Yes.
And this is aparigraha.
This is aparigraha, yes. Yes. Back over there.
Swamini, thank you so much. I had a question this morning, like, if you were to make these texts, the Nirvana Shatkam and this Bhaja Govindam, like a sadhana, like how to incorporate this into a practical level or, in your daily routine?
Yeah. Very good question. Let's see as the verses come what all they have to say. Yesterday's and today's we have seen. It's all about prioritizing. That is the main sadhana. The sadhana and sadhya should match. Sadhana means. Sadhya is the goal. The means that I deploy must take me to the goal. But usually the sadhana is going this way and the sadhya is over there. The goal is there, but I am going the opposite direction. How is that? But that's how life is, because of mixed up or wrong priorities. The goal has to be clear. And if the goal is not clear, then the means I deploy for the goal will also be extremely compromised, extremely problematic. So the goal has to be clear. What is it that I want has to be clear. In and through many, many things. I may want many things. But as I said, all those many things that one wants are a subterfuge. The only thing that one wants is to stop wanting altogether. Stop being a wanting being. Stop being a wanting person, as a person who has a sense of lack centered on the self. That is really what I want. If I know this, then I will reorganize my life in such a way to address this wanting person. First, I have to ask the question, is the wanting person real? Mind you, the definition of real in Vedanta means that which cannot be removed. Does the wanting person exist in sleep? No. No wanting person in sleep. So the wanting person is not real. It's an as though superimposed upon this I. It's an as though superimposition upon this I that is truly free of wants. If I'm sick of being the wanting person, then the only priority in life must be to discover the me who is free of wants and who is free of being a wanting person, because that's what I want to be and that's what I already am, so I have to discover it. But instead, if I keep doing this, that or the other, the discovery will not happen, because the problem and the solution are two different things. So, for example, did I bring my glasses? Yes, just for this illustration perhaps. So the glasses are perched on my head. Where are my glasses? Where is the glasses? Where are the glasses? If I do japa, will the glasses come back? Say no, so we can move on. If I do meditation, will the glasses come back? No, perhaps the head will get clear, that's all, and maybe I'll remember. That's a different thing. But the meditation directly is not going to bring back the glasses, is it? No. If I stand on one leg in the tree pose with my hands folded above my head, will the glasses come back? No. And if I do some other things like this, if I just get very upset and eat as a result, will the glasses come back? If I search for comfort food and then hope that the glasses will come back, will they come back? No. What will bring the glasses back? A good Samaritan coming and telling me, the glasses which you are seeking, you are already the possessor of the glasses that you seek. And so when somebody tells me, oh yes, and now I remember, they are on top of the head. So the journey of Vedanta is like that, exactly like that. So it is a discovery of something that's already there. It's already you. So there is no doing needed. If I keep doing, it becomes my undoing. It's like the person who wanted to go to San Francisco, got on the plane, and then got off before the plane landed, and then the pilot announced, "Welcome to San Francisco." He said, "No, I want to go to New York. Why am I here?" Next time also same thing happened. Wanted to go to San Francisco but ended up in Atlanta instead. Wanted to go to San Francisco but ended up in Chicago instead. So, what is going on here? Taking the wrong plane. That is really what it is. Here too, this business of dropping the wanting person, dropping the notion that I am a wanting person, dropping the wrong conclusion that I lack and I am a wanting person, is the paramount priority in life. If it is not, it should be starting now. It had better be my priority. Otherwise, I'll have come to a series of wrong conclusions. A, I'm a wanting person. B, I'm incomplete. C, therefore, I have to do things in order to seek a sense of completion. And D, therefore, and some of these things are not working. D, I have to unleash more actions. And the more actions means more results. I do not like those results. And therefore what? I unleash even more actions. This is the problem. You see how I'm going round and round? Round and round in Hindi means goal, goal. So if I don't have a goal, I go goal, goal. Okay? Yeah. So that has to become clear. That is really the main practical tip for today. It was also the practical tip for yesterday. And in all likelihood, it will be the practical tip for tomorrow. Yes, there you go. But as we see the verses, I will give more. Yeah. Yes, Sharada.
Swamini ji, following up on that, in the moment that we notice a strong preference or prejudice arising, what literally should we say in that moment?
Hello. Yes, there you are. Oh, you haven't arisen for a little while. I know you. I see you. You haven't come for a little while. There. Have a seat. Why? It will ask, is there a long wait? You bet. Yes, have a seat. Sit down. You're going to be here for a while. So am I. We are not going anywhere. So when you say hello to it, you make the strong preference into a social fact. When it becomes a social fact, it becomes a psychological fact. When it becomes a psychological fact, you have given up ownership of it. And when you have given up ownership of it, it is free to drop. This is very beautiful. It's no longer your longing. You see? It's not my prejudice. It's not my preference. It's just a preference. It has come to say hello. And you can say, you can play with it. You can say, you are a troublemaker. I know you. Last time you landed me in a ditch. I'm not playing with you this time. You can talk to it, yes. And if other people think it is very silly, do it quietly. Yes.
Hari Om Swamini, along this theme, I'm wondering if you can speak to maybe the sacredness of desire as well. Like, we're speaking a lot to the points of desires that are, it sounds like, rooted in attachment and therefore unlikely to get us where we want. And then there's desires that are unattached that can clearly lead to someplace very different.
What a beautiful question. The desires that we speak of here, more or less, most of the time, are those that impede us on the path. Because if the desire is not a problem, it doesn't come out as a question. I just enjoy it, you see. So it's not that we are discriminating against those other desires, no. In fact, they are called Shubha Ichha, Shubhecha, auspicious desires. In fact, without desire, you would not be here. Without desire, I would not be here. Without desire, this beautiful ashram would not be here. So, we are talking, when we talk in Vedanta about the need to manage desires and to make them into something that I can observe, it's those desires that are binding in nature. Binding means it binds me to fulfill them immediately. Those desires exercise a certain kind of an urgency. It's an entrapment. And without fulfilling it, I don't feel I'm okay. In other words, whenever I feel I have to have this thing, that is when to practice deferred gratification. There's a practical tip for you. Deferred gratification. You see? So this is the ways in which we manage. Now, we are not talking of the other kind of a desire, which is the non-binding desire, because it does not create problems. What is a non-binding desire? A non-binding desire simply is that which fulfilled, wonderful, unfulfilled, supposing I'm not able to fulfill this, even better, no problem at all. In relation to this desire, I am a free entity. That desire is called Ishvara within. And Lord Krishna says that in the Bhagavad Gita, Kamosmi Bharatarshabha. O Arjuna, I am in the form of desire in every heart, but it is that desire which does not transgress what is correct. It does not transgress dharma. What is correct, what is righteous, it does not transgress those desires. More of them there are in the heart. That means there is more the presence of Ishvara in the heart. More God is there in the heart. More Goddess presence is there in the heart. So such desires lead to different kinds of changes in the world. One can start something new. Not because, one wants to be known as a trendsetter. Then it would become a binding desire. But just because one has a certain skill, one shares it with the world, it catches on and it becomes very successful and people really like it, it has transformed the world. So like those kinds of desires are seen as very, very auspicious. Even the desire for moksha, to be free of being a wanting person, an incomplete person, is also a very auspicious desire. And so perhaps the idea is to increase the auspicious desires and let the inauspicious desires, the dead-end desires that leave us deadened to life, to let all of them just subside.
Thank you.
Nice question. Yes.
Does non-binding desire lead to selfless karma?
You can say that. You can say that. It can lead to selfless karma, or it need not lead to any karma at all. Karma means action. Or it could even lead to some kind of a karma that's helping oneself. Nothing wrong in that, but it's not, like I said, if one tries to fulfill a non-binding desire, if one is able to be successful in fulfilling it, no problem. If one is not successful in fulfilling it, one does not really feel depressed or dejected. That is the non-binding desire. It's not always necessary that it will lead to selfless karma. It could. Nishkama karma. It could lead to that, yeah.
So the selfless karma is good to do, right? Like in the sense, the karmic circle, otherwise you do the karma, pushes back, you
yeah,
go
but
into
you see,
karma
everything,
circle.
even the so-called selfless karma, even when you are at your altruistic best, there is, the karma is being done for oneself. So somebody who is a social worker, or somebody who is helping other people, somebody who is volunteering at the homeless kitchen or a soup kitchen, whatever we want to call it, or somebody who is going to disaster areas and handing out food packets where there are floods, earthquake, fire zones, all these things. You ask them, why do you want to do it? Oh, the first answer will be to help all these poor people. Doesn't matter, don't worry about helping them. Come back, go home. You don't worry about helping them. There will be other people who help them. No, I want to help them. Why do you want to help them? Because I have a pain here. Seeing these people suffering, because everybody is an empath. To be a human being is to be an empath. Seeing other people suffering, what happens? I start to feel a certain pain. And in order to get rid of the pain, I do what is normally called selfless karma. But I don't know if we can call it selfless karma because it is very much benefiting me. I think I'm doing seva, but I'm actually helping myself.
But there's nothing wrong with that though, no?
Nothing wrong with that. In fact, we should all grow to reach out and help others. In the process, we know we help ourselves. It's a very good, it's a very good thing, wonderful thing.
Pranam Swamini ji. In this morning's class, Swamini ji said, in unfolding the word chit, you said that chit is, or everything is knowledge plus name and form.
Yes.
Could you unfold that a little
Yeah,
more?
everything we see, whatever you pick up, it's knowledge. This mic, it's knowledge. There is a certain knowledge that has gone into making this. It's like a miracle. You plug it in somewhere and then it magnifies the voice. It's amazing. It's all knowledge. It's the know-how. A whole lot of the mic is nothing but the knowledge of engineering. It's engineering branch of knowledge encased into this particular name and form for a specific purpose. So even other things, the tree is nothing but knowledge. Flower, when I say tree is, what I'm really saying is tree knowledge is. The isness of the tree cannot be separated from the knowledge that is the tree. So tree is equal to tree knowledge is. Tree is tree sat. Tree knowledge is tree chit. So the tree is all knowledge. Because every single thing, if you call a botanist, they will tell you every single thing has a purpose. And they will know the purpose. We won't know why the leaves are like that. Why does it bloom at this time? Why does it not do this? Why does it behave like this? Why doesn't it behave like the other tree? We don't know. But if you call the botanist, they won't see the tree. They will see only knowledge. They will see a textbook instead of a tree. They will see a botany textbook. Same thing, if you look at an animal, you look at a puma, a cheetah. Cheetah so fast, how its whole body is. If you make a study of the body of the cheetah, it's a marvel, it's a miracle. How it can fall down from great heights and how it can run. And how it can run so fast and how its bones are just so flexible so that it can run. Yeah, cheetah knowledge is. Even the desert animal, what is that called? Camel. Camel knowledge is. It comes with a water bottle, its own water bottle it carries, built-in water bottle. And then what else? It's unlike any other animal because you see all other four-footed, four-legged animals, the diagonal legs go like this. So the front right one means the hind left leg goes. This is how they walk and run. With the camel, only on one side it goes. The front left leg goes, the hind left leg also goes. Because that's how it manages to not fall and walk very smoothly in the sand. Swiftly it walks in the sand. Because it is geared to walk like this. So camel knowledge is. Camel is nothing, the isness of the camel cannot be divorced or separated from the knowledge which is camel. That's what it is. Everything in the world is like that. Everything is world like that. So, and then it is, this knowledge and this isness is permeating and pervading the whole universe. And this knowledge and this isness is as though encased, as it were, in a name and form. And what do? We look at the encasement and we miss the isness and the knowledge. The encasement is time-bound. The name and form is time-bound. The container in which, as it were, the isness comes is time-bound. But the isness and the knowledge are ananda, limitless. Ananta. Did that make it clear? Yes.
Sometimes we say everything is the knowledge of Ishvara?
Yes.
Is it the same?
Yes, it's the same thing.
Same thing.
Here I'll go a step further. It's not knowledge of Ishvara, it's the knowledge that is Ishvara. Ishvara in the form of knowledge, Ishvara in the form of existence. Everything is. And whatever is as good as what you know about it. That's why it's all knowledge. Satchidananda, yes. You had a question? Yes. Okay. Yes. If it sounds like Satchidananda, it must be Satchidananda.
Following up on that, Swamiji, so why do we have then Sat and Chit? It can be both. I mean,
It is
Sat
both.
is same as Chit,
It
Chit
is
is the
both.
same as Sat.
Sat is Chit, Chit is Sat. Why do we have two things?
Yeah.
Because we are stupid and we need to understand this one at a time. Yeah. We need to understand it, break it down, little bites. You know how a small child is fed. That's how. We can't take the whole thing in because we have so many notions which are all wrong. First, those notions have to be dropped. And so first we have to just sort of see that, okay, let's at least agree that things exist. Yes, exist. Yes, everything. I exist. This body exists. That body exists. This tree exists. That bush exists. And this rock exists. That stone exists. Water exists. Okay, let's agree that there is existence. Now I have made it into an abstract noun. And then we look at the nature of the existence. Is it inert or is it sentient? The nature of existence is sentient. And so, why? How do you know? Because when I ask you the question, are you here? Yes. Yeah, see, the answer came. So that means you are sentient. So the nature of existence is sentient because I am a self-evident being. I am a sentient being. And so this existence is a sentient existence, and then we want to not make this concept of existence time-bound, because every existence that I know is time-bound. To knock off the time-boundedness from the nature of the word existence and from the nature of the word knowledge, we bring in limitless. What is the nature of this existence? Limitless existence, limitless knowledge. No limits. And that limitlessness is joyfulness. Ananda, Ananta. That's why we have to have it in small bites. We have to take it apart to put it together. Yes, here.
By that tree knowledge, what you mean is the tree knowing to be the tree. I mean, it doesn't have to know to be the tree, but it is just the tree. Like,
Not existence. Tree knowledge means why this tree is in a particular way. What function is it serving? Because that's all knowledge.
right, the growth,
Tree
the
knowledge about the tree. Knowledge about the tree is called tree knowledge.
that the tree itself has, or
The
that I
tree
have.
doesn't have, you have. You have knowledge about the tree. Tree is sentient, but the tree is programmed.
So the tree is,
When I say tree is, how do I connect to the tree? I connect to the tree with the help of knowledge. That's how I connect to the tree. I'll say this is mango tree. When I say this is mango tree, it is a knowledge.
so there's a tree there that is new to, or native to,
Yes, let's say it's a new tree.
and I don't know anything about it.
Doesn't matter what you know about it, but it's still knowledge. You will ask somebody. You'll look in the dictionary. You'll take a picture of the leaf and go into Google Images and say, tell me what this is. And it will tell you. It's
So-
all knowledge. All that is there is knowledge.
So that is only when it is shaping up with my pursuit of it.
No, even otherwise. See, if you don't know what the tree is, it still is, it has knowledge, correct? Yes. And either it's already discovered or it's yet to be discovered. Does that make sense?
So it
Yeah.
is, as you have been saying before too,
Yes.
you may not know
You may
about
not
it, but you know
but
that
it
you
doesn't
don't know.
detract from the fact that it is knowledge. When I say tree is, what I mean to say is tree knowledge is. The isness is not separate from the knowledge. Yeah, that's right. Tree has, yes. Yeah, it is put together intelligently to serve a given purpose. Correct. That is the knowledge, yes.
I have a follow-up question on this. If we take that on the highest level, and we say there is, Ishvara is knowledge, it's all the knowledge, and we look at science, and we see this is everything that human beings have been captured as knowledge.
Yes,
Essentially,
yes.
all that knowledge comes from there.
Of course.
This
I
is
would
like the
say
rishis.
comes from, and I wouldn't say there, because this knowledge does, if it is limitless, has no location.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. And the difference between a scientist and the rishi is the rishi downloads it, and the scientist discovers it.
Uploads it. Yes.
Why does he upload it? If
He
it's
puts it on a server and makes it simple.
but it's
for-
already there before
Yeah.
he even goes there,
Yeah,
isn't
but he
it?
puts it, he or she puts it in a way that other people can understand, in the form of an equation perhaps, or something.
But he taps into
It's
also.
it's all one mind. It's one knowledge. And the knowers may be many. But as we saw in the morning satsang, the knower is a superimposition upon that knowledge which is free of being a knower.
And this is also why science and spirituality will always, 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 always come closer.
Yes. There is no, I don't see a problem there. And that's why scientists love Vedanta. They don't see a red rag. Yes. They don't see a red rag. You're not asked to swallow a pumpkin.
Swaminiji, I have a silly comment to make. You have told us the example, you've told us how the pursuit of Brahma, you become Brahma yourself.
Become within heavy quotes.
Right. And you also say that if you are a student, if you are a student of the bats, you don't become a bat at the end of your
Correct.
effort.
Correct.
But
You may become batty, but that's a different thing. Yes.
But yesterday, you had given an example of that lady who was studying strokes.
Yes.
And then she was, she herself was stroke
She
stricken.
herself was stricken.
Right.
Yes.
So I just wanted to comment on that one where it almost is like she became what she was
She
studying.
became what she was studying, yes. In a way, very unfortunate. Yeah. But she didn't become, it's the body. Yes. Yes, enough? Okay, one more there, here.
Thank you. If you are going to make a change for the better, whether it's leaving a partner or changing your job, but a big change that you know is the right thing to do, but you have a lot of fear,
Yeah.
is that fear a signal that it's not the right thing to do?
Not necessarily. The fear is because one doesn't know how to be without that thing which is actually hurting oneself. Sometimes one, a human being is generally a creature of habit. Sometimes if we are talking of a relationship which is not for the highest, best interest, that has also become a habit. Why has it become a habit? Because perhaps one has convinced oneself that this is what I am capable of, and this is all that I deserve, this is what I could do. This is also a habit. It's a habitual thinking. And therefore, the habitual thinking has led to a habitual relationship where the self-growth and the emotional maturity which one is clearly seeking is defying one, is not happening. And so therefore one has to be in the place of allowing the fear to flow. And sometimes it's called a leap. It's like getting into the water. You can put one toe in and then put one toe out. And then you can put another toe in and shake it all about, okay? So, or you can get in the water. So both those ways work. It depends on what one is ready for that. If one is not ready to leave a habit or leave a difficult situation completely, there is no bravado in this. There is not a competition here. You can do it slowly over time. If we are talking of, for example, a relationship, you can just sort of have separate living spaces for a while. In the same house, you can have separate living spaces in different places for a little bit. You can go away on separate trips or vacations and see how that goes. Fortify oneself in the meantime with good cheer, without any fear, and slowly work up to it. There is no shame in that. There is no shame in getting ready. We sometimes think, oh, all this has to be done all at once. No. Depends on where one is, and to be emotionally honest with where one is and what one can deal with at a given time. And this is important because it's important to be gentle with oneself. It's important to embrace oneself and to love oneself. And so making certain decisions based on self-love is the way forward. It can't be wrong. Okay, enough? Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritangamaya. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.
I want to thank very much Swamini ji. Let's give her